class, welcome to Current Events 101, ninth grade current events. Freshman in high school, you made the big time. In this class, we're going to be talking about things that are happening now, as you would expect from the title, and things that have happened in the last, say, 25, 50 years. Maybe we'll go back as far as 100 years for the background, if we need to.
Hey, Charles.
My name is Mr. Hopeful, and it is spelled just like it sounds, Mr. Hopeful. And can anybody tell me what date it is today? What date it is?
Monday?
6.
Yeah. That's right, 9/11, 2026.
Whoa!
Does this have any significance for anybody in here? Yeah. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Very good. Birthdays are cool. They get a little less cool as you get older. But I was thinking more of a global or national significance to this date, 9/11, 2026. 25th anniversary of the attack on America. 9/11, 2001 was the attack on America. And it is generally believed to be the time when American politicians started to lose their way. They quit making decisions that the country needed to keep moving ahead. They kicked the can down the road. Are you familiar with that expression? Let me demonstrate that. Here I am, Mr. House of Representatives, coming into work. Whoa, what is this? On my desk, a big problem. Ooh, that sounds pretty messy. I don't know if I have time for this big problem today. I got my meeting, I got my luncheon, I got my golf. Let me take a look at this baby. Man, this thing is rancid. This is a big problem. I'm gonna have to think about this one. So, yeah. Well, I'm done with that big problem. So that's how problems were not solved for a while. So what happened? What happened to the country? I don't know if you will remember, you were about 5 or 6, because you're all 13, 14 now, being freshmen in high school. When you were 5 or 6, 8 years ago, as recently as 8 years ago, do you remember the lights flickering? Or the lights going out for a period of time? And the teachers tried to make a game of it because they didn't want to scare you, but we were having an infrastructure collapse. We were losing electricity, we were having fuel shortages. You couldn't transport food because there's no way to keep it cold. You couldn't transport vegetables, frozen meat. You had no way to get anywhere with no fuel. So people started getting scared, and out of that came social unrest. I don't know if you remember, well, you wouldn't remember, but in 2011, you were not born yet. 2011, we had the beginning of social unrest, the Occupy movement. That was a poorly formed, poorly defined movement. I'm not even sure what it was about back then, and I don't know what it was about now, but that was just basically a taste of what was to come. So people were desperate for new leadership, so out of this anarchy or this discontent grew this new leadership. And does anybody know the name of the political parties that were in power back in, say, 8 years ago? You remember? I had this in other classes. They were the Democrats and Republicans. So you don't see a lot of them now, because the new party rose out of this problem we were having with the country. And this new party, their overriding quality is that they will cooperate. They can cooperate with other people. They may have different ideology, but they see what the country needs. They can work with other people and get the country what it needs. So I am hopeful that America's learned from this problem, and we won't run into this again. And I'm hopeful on a bigger, larger scale that we are evolving and we will embrace humanity. And you know, there's a lot of people in the world, in our country even, if you go to bed hungry at night. So I am hopeful that we'll learn to treat them as family, we'll be empathic, have empathy towards them, and that's what I'm hopeful for. And I think you will enjoy this class, and I am hopeful that you will enjoy this class and have a really good time. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.